listening to the Big T Talks podcast.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Big T here, the Big T Talks podcast, Wednesday, February 21st. I'm feeling better today, man. I'm still under the weather a little bit, but I got some energy back. I'm back up and running. I'm pretty icy out here in the AM, so headed into the shop. I'm going to see how many of my clients actually show up. Text most of the early AM ones, and most of them are coming in, so should be a good day. Usually we do a full podcast today on Wednesday, but since I'm pretty much going to do one every morning this week, just to kind of make up for it, this might not be, a full episode, but a couple things I want to talk about. First one is I'm going to be giving away No Dreams, Just Goals t-shirt, possibly 2 t-shirts, to people that listen to this podcast. There's really only one thing you guys got to do is tag me in a post, Big T Talks, and hashtag the No Dreams Just Goals. That's it. You just got to go to your Instagram or go to your Facebook and tag the Big T Talks podcast. Instagram's probably going to be easier. Make sure you follow the Instagram. I mean, first of all, this is just strictly a contest for the podcast listeners. Other people are not going to be able to see this. I'm not going to put it out on social media. So, yeah, follow the Instagram, Big T Talks. Tag me in it, Big T Talks, and hashtag No Dreams, Just Goals. And we will be sending out a couple free shirts this week. Besides that, all right, that's the contest. Let's get into the day. Today I want to talk about moving up, leveling up, success. I know this is a motivational podcast. This is an entrepreneurial podcast, and a lot of the things we talk about are going to kind of be the same. They're going to cover some of the same stuff because, I mean, when it comes down to it, a lot of the shit is the same. You have to build a repetition of doing the right things and taking the right steps and consistency and completing your goals to do the right things. I don't want these podcasts to sound redundant, so sometimes I will go off on other, adventures and other topics and other suggestions and have other ideas for you and answer questions that I get emailed to me. But for today, I want to talk about taking those steps. I like to call it leveling up. So what are you doing to level up? Or are you even trying to level up? Are you just, hold on a sec. Still feel like shit. What are you doing to level up? So, for me, even though I was out sick yesterday, I came in for a little bit. I hit a meeting in the morning with the City of Hillsborough, the downtown partnership. After the meeting, I went and took care of some billing in the office. I went and mailed out some t-shirts. And I did my first haircut. After my first haircut, I knew I wasn't going to keep working the rest of the day as far as standing behind the chair. I was clammy. I was sweaty. I was coughing. I don't want to spread it. So I canceled the rest of my day and went home. When I got home, I sat down and wrote out a whole bunch of goals that I wanted to accomplish the rest of this week. I also replied to a bunch of emails. So even me homesick, resting and relaxing and, being lazy, I did kick back and watch a movie. I still got some things accomplished. I still leveled up. I'm ready for today. I'm pumped. Sold a couple more t-shirts. Gonna mail those out today on my lunch. We're doing things even when we're not doing things. We're not just sitting on the couch eating potato chips or sitting on the couch watching a movie. Yeah, I watched a movie yesterday, but during that movie, I responded to 4 different emails, and I looked into, joining the Chamber of Commerce for, the City of Hillsborough. Something I've always wanted to do, something I always said I was going to do. Didn't really know how it was going to benefit me as far as the barbershop, but I am realizing that podcast-wise and entrepreneurial-wise, it is going to benefit me, and it's also going to help me give back to the community and give them my ideas and my suggestions of what I think I could be better, because I am a huge part of the downtown city of Hillsborough. So Those are things I did. Even though I took the day off, I still did things to level up. So you guys, you got to figure out what it is. You got to quit wasting time. You got to stay motivated. And if you're not motivated, then you got to find something else to do, because whatever you're doing, you should love what you're doing. It should inspire you. See, motivation is temporary. You can get pumped up and get motivated, but that's going to fade away. Motivation is temporary. You need motivation to get you kickstarted. It's like that little, little fuel added to the fire, that little spark that'll get you going. But that motivation will wear off. If you are actually truly inspired and you are in love with what you're doing or what you're trying to build, or you are in love with what your dream is and you are setting those goals to achieve that dream, then once you're inspired, then it doesn't matter. I can work hours and hours and hours and not see no results, because I know what the macro of that is going to be. I know what the long-term goal is. I know what I'm trying to achieve, where I'm trying to go. So you got to get inspired. If you're not inspired with what you're doing, you either have to get re-inspired, which I think you can get re-inspired, or you need to sit down, audit yourself, audit what you're doing, figure it out, reevaluate it, see what, and I understand we all got bills. We all have, families to support, either ourselves or in some way or another. We all got bills to pay, car insurance, cell phones. I mean, life's not free unless you're living at home and you can do whatever you want. You should be kicking ass. But you can still do it. It can be done. There's ways to do it. There's ways to find an investor or a venture capitalist or a Kickstarter. I'm not a fan of GoFundMes, man. If you're starting a GoFundMe to start your business, that's a whole nother podcast I'll do later on. And if you're doing a GoFundMe for, a lot of things. GoFundMes, unless you're raising something for an event, for like kids or traveling, or maybe like a funeral. But if you're raising it for like a vacation or a new car or a wedding, then you shouldn't be getting married. I'm sorry. I don't care if that pisses people off. People abuse the GoFundMe accounts all the time, and I think it's bullshit. Another podcast, different time, we will get on that. But you can do a Kickstarter. You can do a crowdfunding. You can reach out to a family member. There's ways to get the money. If you're saying what's holding you back is money, bullshit. There's ways to get the money. Money has never been an issue for anyone starting a business. And if they're saying it is, it's bullshit. It's an excuse. It needs to be thrown out the window. There's ways around it. All right, guys. Chest is starting to get heavy. That's what I got for you today. I'm going to drop one every morning. A couple exciting things. So, working on a new intro song for the daily podcast ones. Not the Monday morning motivation, but BC Stargazer is working on us a little more hip-hop, hyped up, a little more adrenaline, a little more hype, for the intro to this podcast. Should be done in the next couple days. Excited to release that at the beginning. Also, don't forget about the t-shirt contest. Follow Big T Talks on Instagram. Tag Big T Talks in a post and hashtag No Dreams Just Goals. I will pick a winner on Friday. So it's only a couple days. So if you listen to this podcast and you want to get a free t-shirt, No Dreams Just Goals, make sure you do it. Big T out. Peace. Enjoy the Ice Age in the Northwest. Love you guys.